watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the Nassau cruise port officially opened. A young woman dies in a traffic fatality. Leaders reflect on George Smith's passing. And in sports, the Bahari Regatta underway. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jimenita Swain, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping news: after 4 years of transformational work on land and at the surrounding ocean front that accommodates now the world's largest vessels, the $300 million Nassau cruise port, operated by Global Port Holdings, officially opened last night here in the capital with a formal ceremony and ribbon cutting. A red carpet welcome for guests that included cruise port stakeholders, cabinet ministers, members of the opposition, and past prime ministers and their spouses, along with a host of other invited guests. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis sees the port as a new chapter for Nassau and one offering exciting opportunities for Bahamians, but he acknowledges downtown still needs improvements, especially now.
While redevelopment is challenging, we remain committed to the revitalization of downtown Nassau. We are taking bold steps to address these challenges, including demolishing existing eyesores and creating room for new development. The opening of this port signifies the first steps in the reimagination of downtown Nassau. The objective was to create a world-class, authentically Bahamian experience, so visitors who step ashore will be immersed in our heritage, creativity, and excellence. We envision this area becoming not just a bustling cruise destination, but also the entertainment center of New Providence, inclusive of commercial and residential offerings.
The nation's chief reflecting on what remains to improve the downtown area and the opening of the Nassau cruise port, which now boasts 1.9 miles of vessel berth to accommodate the world's largest ships and other vessels. Also, a Junction museum that Mr. Davis did a tour of, but it was not yet officially opened. The site now includes a new arrivals terminal and over 70 Bahamian businesses, including food vendors, Bahamian-made goods, and a craft store, and an area for braiders. For Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, the transformation of the port's gateway will not only rival other waterways, but will allow for more visitors.
As the regional leader in cruise tourism, the government of the Bahamas was determined to provide an infrastructure suitable to the reputation and designation of this destination as the world-famous port of Nassau. This milestone moment for our country facilitates an increased capacity from 20,000 passengers per day to well in excess of 30,000 passengers per day.
Transport and Housing Minister, the Honorable Jobeth Kobe Davis, also reflecting on the role various stakeholders play in the success of the new facility.
For Surrey drivers, it will mean that there must be a firm, respectful, and consistent commitment to being the best ambassadors for our country. For taxi drivers, it will mean that standards must be raised to ensure that we offer a unique and friendly experience. And for the executives of Nassau Cruise Port, it must mean that there is a deep respect for every stakeholder, support for the wider tourism goals for the downtown area, and a deep commitment to delivering on the company's social responsibility.
For port officials, the opening meant the completion of 4 years of hard work to transform the space into something memorable, but there's more to be done.
And over the next 2 months, we'll be installing 1.5 megawatts of solar. Go green or go home. The investment in the Nassau Cruise Port is already positioned Nassau for greater growth. While the pandemic slowed the aggressive growth of the industry, there is no question that cruising is back with record-breaking forecasted growth.
L'édition is here, but Mr. Benicio Aguilar for it and Dr. Mides for his support initially. This is what I call a bipartisan behavior support. Without the Prime Minister, this wouldn't have happened. Yes, they carried the shovel, they gave the shovel to you, but without your support, we could not have this gotten up the ground, for sure, especially during the pandemic.
Once the speeches were done, officials cut the ribbon and were ushered over to the 3,500-seat amphitheater during a rush hour by the Music Makers Jumping Group. A few stars also spotted at the port, like model Tyson Beckford and actor Anthony Anderson, who were heading over to take in the concert at the outdoor venue.
Now to news from the crime beat. Police investigating the circumstances that led to the death of a 20-year-old man. He was shot while at a bar in Baines and Grantstown last night. Officers were alerted via shot spotter technology of gunshots discharged around 11:30 p.m. Superintendent Dorico Sweeting explains what they discovered.
Police found the body of a lifeless male lying on the side of the street. We can say at this point that the information that we received was that two gunmen emerged from nearby bushes, where they approached this male and discharged multiple gunshots in his direction, resulting in him being hit fatally.
Sweeting appealing to anyone with information that can assist their investigations to contact the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991, 2 or 3. Police are also investigating a traffic accident that claimed the life of an adult woman said to be in her early 30s. The incident reportedly occurred around 11:15 last night at the intersection of McKinney and Johnson Avenue, Stapleton Gardens, and involved a black GMC Canyon truck and a silver Nissan Cube. Chief Superintendent of the Traffic Police Department, David Lockhart, provided these details.
The initial report is that a gray Nissan Cube was traveling east and a black small truck was traveling west when there was a collision. As a result of that collision, the female driver of the Nissan Cube received serious injuries and succumbed to injuries.
The male driving the black GMC Canyon, along with a female passenger, both in their teens, were transported to the hospital where their condition remains unknown. Investigations continue. Meantime, 7 men and several quantities of drugs now in Bimini police custody thanks to Operation Crackdown in Porgy Bay this past Thursday. A 25-year-old man was arrested after Bimini police seized a quantity of suspected marijuana at his residence upon the completion of a search warrant that was executed. Bimini police executed another search warrant at a home around 5 a.m. and found 6 men between the ages of 18 to 36 years inside. Moments later, a quantity of suspected marijuana was found. Then at 6 a.m. on the same day, Bimini officers confiscated a quantity of dangerous drugs found in a derelict motorbike. No arrests were made in connection with that discovery. Well, 23 foreign nationals were charged in the magistrate's court earlier this week. 13 Chinese nationals were convicted of overstaying and 10 arraigned for illegal departure. And they were all fined $500 or sentenced to 1 month at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services if defaulted. Upon completion of the sentences and discharge, the foreign nationals will be deported by immigration officials. In other news, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis expressing profound sorrow on the passing of his personal friend and respected colleague George A. Smith. He described the veteran politician as a steadfast advocate for the Bahamian people, a dedicated public servant, and a passionate voice for progress. The Prime Minister noted that Smith served with distinction in various roles throughout his career, from his early days as a young member of the National Committee for Positive Action to his most recent roles as Special Advisor for the 50th Anniversary Independence Celebrations and non-resident envoy to the Republic of Singapore. Prime Minister Davis touted the Exuma native's life of service to his people as a tireless advocate for majority rule, a cabinet minister, and political activist. Also weighing in on Smith's death was Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable I. Chester Cooper. The current Exuma MP remembers Smith as a signatory to the Constitution and a political legend with a sharp mind and a deep vault of historical knowledge. Cooper describes his fellow Exumian as a longtime mentor and friend who supported him in all of his political efforts. The Deputy Prime Minister reminisced that Smith had a fierce love for Exuma, an unwavering commitment to the Bahamas, a fighter for the progressive cause, and a great patriot who will be missed.
Are you overpaying for low speeds with your internet provider? Stop wasting your money. Switch to BTC for the fastest internet to the most homes in the Bahamas. Get up to 300 megs fiber fast speeds, up to 3 times faster than what you get now. Plus, get 164 TV channels, all for just $42.50 a month for 12 months. That means you'll save $860 for the year. For the fastest speeds across the Bahamas and the lowest price by far, BTC is for you. Switch to the largest fiber network in the Bahamas.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away. Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, that's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Bahamas Education and Scholarship Summit recently invited Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs Clay Sweeting to the first Farm Construction and First Farm Technology program launched at the Catherine School. The program will be facilitated by the Western Kentucky University. Chairman of Agriculture at the university, Dr. Fred DeGraves, said while the program will be beneficial, it will not be easy.
This initiative is really exciting. You know, this is more, it's not just helping farmers. The one thing you could do to improve everybody's health, proper nutrition, it's food security. Same thing. It's also stability because people aren't starving. This is for everybody.
Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs Clay Sweeting applauding the program as he hopes it will foster future interest and careers in the agriculture sector.
This partnership being developed makes a bold commitment today as we continue to develop agricultural education in the Bahamas. Education continues to be the cornerstone of our society, and we must ensure that our students have more than just agricultural experience. They must couple it with knowledge and advancement in technology to grow food today.
Here's how the program will work.
The overview of our classes is going to be like this. It will include teachers teaching students how to build chicken coops. Many of them don't know how to do that. How to build and how to rear their pigs and also build the pig pens. Storage facilities, that must be also constructed. Also, they're going to construct feeding mills.
For Good to Grow, I'm Georgie O'Bain.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome back. The National Congress of Trade Unions of the Bahamas is adamant that the country must eradicate the growing trend of contractual workers, a system that it says does not benefit employees, only employers. Vice President of the NCTUB, Sherry Benjamin, says employees find themselves in long-term contracts and are unable to secure loans, and it is a system where there is no future for employees.
Of the home and the employees, and so we're asking the government to help us eradicate this contractual workers fiasco that is going on because contract, if you look at the Employment Act, the contract is supposed to be for a specific time period and a specific task. These people are doing work that regular employees do, heads up with regular employees, but yet they don't have the benefit of regular employees.
Secretary General of the NCTUB, Daniel Thompson, says the Union of Tertiary Educators of the Bahamas also had a similar problem where returning Bahamians were being given 2 to 3 year contract work and could not secure mortgages. He says it leads to a loss of skill sets for the Bahamas.
I just saw them coming home after 10 years of training and education and cannot get a house, a mortgage. They will simply leave the country. And so it is important that organizations, and I say this because while the government may support it, it is oftentimes that the individual organization refuse to move persons from a contractual basis to permanence because it's to their advantage, because as long as they have them permanent, they can offer them different terms and conditions of employment, pay them less, and have no type of contingent liability such as pension and other health plans. And so it's important that we attack that animal of contract workers.
In other news, a corporate sponsor making a difference in the lives of the elderly, serious about exercise and adopting healthy lifestyles. BTC has signed on as Sandlin's Geriatric Hospital's Bushathon's platinum sponsor for the 12th year. BTC's Chief Executive Officer, Samir Bhatti, assured that the company will always come with a helping hand to assist seniors.
Always willing to support any efforts that have been taken to ensure that our seniors in this community have ways to stay active and to feel included. By us showing up here today, we should show up again on June 3rd. We are a part of the community, and our seniors are part of the community. They need to feel included. And don't tell me you can't. If last week you were out there behind the truck, on the stage doing the bowling. If you made it last week, you can certainly make it on June 3rd.
BTC's platinum sponsorship ensures seniors receive the tools needed to maintain independence and live longer lives. Applauding the company for its assistance was Deputy to the Governor General, Cynthia Mother Pratt. Radio Bahama is celebrating its 87th anniversary with an all-Bahamian concert in Grand Style Friday. Our Desmond Sanders now providing the highlights.
We are the concert for ZNS Radio. Wow, 87. That's significant.
Scores turning out for the ZNS Radio 87th anniversary all-Bahamian concert. They've been attracting an all-star lineup of Bahamian entertainers, and yes, an unforgettable experience for many Bahamians.
As you know, this is my home church, so I've come full circle, you know. I'm proud to be a boss, a waker from ZNS.
I will tell you, man, I'm just so excited to be out here. I'm so excited to be selected as one of the artists that come out here and just show the Bahamas, the whole Bahamas, because that's how I said, let's rock.
They're going crazy, man. It's like, do whatever you want, you know.
Top ZNS radio and television personalities took to the stage an amazing show with 15 top acts. The show's producer, Lester Turnbest.
The anniversary came around, the birthday for the radio station, and Mr. Archer approached me about it. I told him I'd love to put on a nice Bahamian show. And as you can see tonight, it's only going to get better.
Established in 1936 in a small hat shop in old-time Nassau, Radio Bahamas played an integral role in linking the island of the Bahamas with news information, weather, shipping reports, death notices, and special events. General Manager Andrew Barrow says the concert is just one of many events planned as the corporation embarks on a new frontier.
Overall, the support, the people who came out, you know, that right there is a testament to the power of the Broadcasting Corporation, the fact that we can pull this together in a short space of time and get everybody to come out and then show and demonstrate our ability to market and promote an event.
Radio Bahamas continues to reach the entire Bahamas Its flagship 1540 AM, the national voice covering the entire Bahamas, Power 104.5 FM and Inspiration 107.9 FM, and 810 AM in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Executives already planning next year's concert, which is expected to be bigger and better. That's what's on in the Bahamas tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. Sports is next. After the break, stay with us.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
Sports, everyone. I'm Mama Y'all know it's regatta time again as the festivities and races kicking off today over in Bahari for the 2023 Bahari Regatta over in Zuma. Our Charles Fisher is there and gave us this update. Now things are shaping up.
Well, thanks for that, Mama Y'all here in Bahari in Zuma, where the ocean race was held earlier today. And you can tell from the look of things, it is fugitive taking the ocean race. And guys, a pretty good race for them. How was the condition? The weather condition was good, Charles. The boat in top shape. We had a good crew, and it was easy for me to stay out of first place, you know, because she got the speed, and got a good crew, so we had to be there in this 3 days event. There was a lot of back and forth bragging and who was going to win going into this race. I do want to shut everybody up.
Yeah, but they know, and Bahari Regatta fugitive is their challenge from day one. We won all the race in Bahari.
And you're back again, and I see you have a big confident smile going on there.
Yeah, man, definitely. We trying to do the repeat again for the championship, you know, from last year, and continue to do it. We've been this many times, been Bahari Regatta many times, so we're going to continue doing it.
What about Joel? Who's been sitting together with these guys? Did they get that first one on the evening?
Well, that's the first one in a little long time, but I appreciate it. I think that's pretty awesome article.
Well, the series race is about to begin. We'll have the results of those coming up on Sunday, and then Monday, they will be closing it on. Back to you, Amjad, in the studio.
Over the Benton County Canning Aquatic Center and Swimming, Mako Aquatics hosting the last local swim meet for the season before the Swimming Nationals, which is about 3 weeks away, better known as the last chance meet where persons who have yet to lock up a spot at the national championships can do so. Tennis Total Sports Team coach Trevon McAfee and Alan Murray.
Things are going excellent. We have a early start this morning. We have a lot of teams coming down from Turks and Caicos, also Freeport. Our Summers are here. Great turnout, like you said, it was the last chance to qualify for nationals. So we have a lot of young kids. getting up. And then also we try to make nationals, which is over June 15th and 18th. So we're excellent turnout, excellent weather this morning. So we're excited to be here.
Team's looking good. Last week before Nationals, so everyone's excited to just get up. And we'll be looking at this a bit of a workout. We've got 3 weeks out. But also we try to strategize some of the first swims so we can perform. And the other ones this afternoon more workouts, you know. But everyone's excited. Nationals is our pinnacle event here locally. So we've been training really hard to make it so fast. We're a smaller club, but we hope to do some damage this Nationals.
They both spoke about keeping their athletes locked in and sharp post-Carifta.
For personalities, we had a few that made the Carifta team, and those ones came back excited from the results. You know, we were all like, most of the time, this is like exam time, so a lot of kids are balanced at swimming and studying. But we try to tell them early in the season, be consistent, so you can maybe take a little more time off to study now. And hopefully, they'll see the results of doing that early in the season. We'll come through at Nationals.
Yeah, I think as we set our goals at the beginning of the season about taking 1 year at a time. Obviously, Carifta was a big meet on some of the swimmers' calendars, but obviously, that's over now. And then we get back and give them a couple of days off after work, and then we'll move on preparing for Nationals and obviously other summer meets at the CAC.
And just across the road over the Blue Hole Sporting Complex, Bahamas Air Holding and Sports Day to help commemorate the Golden Jubilee celebrations. Start things off to basketball today. We caught up with Managing Director Tracy Cooper.
The 50th Jubilee anniversary of the nation. Bahamas is celebrating 50th year as well. And as a part of the festivities, it's always good for all staff to come together and have a good time. So we've planned and organized a fun day today. They're ready at your wedding, so you say hello to my water.
As for the captains of the respective teams, they gave us their thoughts on why they think their squads will be victorious.
Did a job this morning playing because they were scared of the Cooper team and the black team just having all kind of issues getting around the big aqua that represent the blues of the Bahamas. So we got to win. We can carry the trophy home. No doubt about it.
Well, if we have issues, the issues have been resolved. We are winners. Okay?
All I have to say is look at our club. It's golden Jubilee. We really good. The cheaters of the first one basketball, but that's fine. Because the majority of the people who are supposed to play is actually on the committee to prepare. That's okay. It's all in camaraderie.
National News Sports on this Saturday. Check for weather and return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
This is the super versatile Ring Stick-Up Cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk. Hey, Eddie. Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on. Seriously? Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor Stick-Up Cam by Ring.
Janae's Uniform Center. We've traveled to every island in this here land, man. We go everywhere. We can go to every rock and key, Abaco to Inagua, even Ragged Island, The Rock. Celebrate our country's 50th independence with Janae's special limited edition. Sublimated t-shirts and caps in 10 different styles and colors. Get up to 50% off on cotton polo shirts only. Don't forget to embroider your company's logo to celebrate this independence at Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Call 394-8385 or 6. WhatsApp text only 817-3295. Email sales@janaes.com.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. For the general situation, low-level troughing and trailing moisture across the Bahamas associated with a low-pressure system well north of the area will interact with an upper-level trough to support a few showers and thunderstorms across the island chain tonight. A drier and more stable air mass will move across the area tomorrow, lessening the chances for showers and thunderstorm activity. Boaters should continue to remain vigilant due to the threat for waterspout and or funnel cloud activity. Beachgoers in the extreme northwest Bahamas should exercise caution due to the risk of rip currents along north coast beaches. For all areas, weather mostly fair and humid tonight with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms possible. Partly sunny and warm tomorrow with a chance of a few isolated afternoon showers and thunderstorms. A small craft caution is in effect for the extreme northwest Bahamas tonight due to lingering swells. Gusty winds and higher seas can be expected in showers and thunderstorms. Winds are southeast to south at 10 knots in the northwest and central Bahamas and east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the southeast Bahamas. Seas are 2 to 4 feet over the ocean, building 4 to 6 feet in the extreme northwest Bahamas in north to northeasterly swells. Tonight's low temperature should drop to about 74 degrees Fahrenheit, and tomorrow's high temperature getting up to about 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Baby, I'm so excited. I cannot believe we got the day off.
Man, I had to fight for that day off too, but I'm excited too.